With the rise of technology, more children gain access to phones and various online services. According to the University of South Florida, over 70% of 11-year-olds own a phone. However, as more children use this technology, the concerns of parents and adults alike rise.
Child should have access to technology when they're 18 or older, only because a lot of our youth, they're now getting on their phones like Roblox and other apps, and they're not paying attention to class. They're not wanting to find their dreams. They're wanting to be like gamers and stuff when they grow up, and that's not really a job or a dream.
I think 15, and the reason I say that is because when I grew up, they used to call the TV the idiot box. And they called it that because if you watched it, you don't learn anything. Everything's being force fed to you. You don't have your own thoughts. You're only going by what the producers, the writers want you to think. It doesn't allow you to think critically. It doesn't allow you to have your own thoughts. It does not allow children to be creative in a way that's really going to make them become better people.
I feel like a child should have technology at the age of about 14. And I say 14 because 14 is usually the age that kids start high school. And I think usually when kids are in high school, they usually have the discipline to be able to know when to have enough screen time or when to be able to have social activities or social experiences with other kids to be able to build the things that they need to, that technology might take away.
I think technology should be limited in younger ages. I think when a child is developing in their younger ages before they even go to school, technology should be extremely limited. When they enter school, there should be exposure to technology, but not technology just for the technology's sake. So like in kindergarten to second grade, it should be definitely limited, potentially shared devices. So you might have 6 devices in a classroom of 30 students. You know, the importance of socialization when a child is younger can't be replicated with technology. That person-to-person connection, you know, student-to-teacher connection, you can't do that with technology.
Even though many educators believe that technology use in classrooms is detrimental and some school districts are removing it entirely, others believe that technology in classrooms enhances learning.
If I ran the world, there would be technology available for every child in classrooms, but also teachers that know how to use it effectively. Not just throwing them on the Chromebook for an online program for the sake of the online program, but a teacher who could really work with their students to use the technology, whether it's a program or a Chromebook or a smartboard, to improve student understanding, student achievement, and to engage students better. And I think there's also a piece to it where students are creators and not consumers. And that only comes from teachers knowing how to support students with that.
Children don't know that they're being targeted in those moments, and I think it would be nicer for them to have like some type of class or precaution or something early on in their regular school time. Warn them and let them know, like, hey, like when you see these things online, like don't click on them, these type of ads, like they give you, you know, access to different things and might show you things that you might not know anything about, but could bring you into a plethora of issues.
According to PEW research, 72% of teachers say that students distracted by a phone in class is a major problem. The lack of focus can take away from a proper learning environment as well as limit the critical thinking skills. Chris Johnson, the principal of the Science Leadership Academy at Bieber, has recognized this issue and implemented a new system.
We've cut back a lot for the past 2 years, and even more next year. They said, thank you. It was just way too much. They like using pencil and pen and paper. They love being able to have voice in the classroom. They love to debate. They love to have divergent thoughts. Like, they love it. Even when an English teacher was trying to make them use AI 2 years ago, they were like, yo, we're not doing that. Like, we're smart. We can create our own. We don't need AI to think for us. And I was so happy. I was smiling. I was like, oh my God, thank you. Like, you guys get it.
Technology will continue to advance and grow. As it does, children will be affected. However, if parents, teachers, and the community as a whole support these children in this technological journey, we can help guarantee a safe future for them.